All right, cyber traders, welcome on back. And for those of us just perhaps maybe asleep behind the wheel or just rejoining us right now, I'll tell you what, this AISP trade is blowing the freaking roof off the place right now. Let me just get a quick sound check just to begin from all of our students and members alike inside our live trading room. Should be good to go there. Should be good to go across social media, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, etc. Wherever you may be residing today on social media, that being at Cyber Trading U, just on the lower left right there. But great to have all of us rejoining us right now. Leda and Phil. We got Daryl, Corinne, Lee, Patrick, John, Joseph, Richard, and all of us just joining us there. So, without further ado, we do have the Phase 3 stock course class continuing today. Live trading, the advanced trading class, where really you're just watching Fausto and myself just trade the market close. Fausto this afternoon, namely. I'll be taking in for the afternoon tomorrow. But with that said, you get to see a 35 plus year pro like Fausto trade a stock like AISP, maybe the stock itself, heading into the afternoon here. So either way, we're going to start off by putting the stock on our list. This AISP, obviously, really just nonstop up across the day. I mean, it started off a little nice in pre-market. This was my saving grace in pre-market that took me from negative to positive, and then from there, well, easy to say, I guess it bounced after the open, but it started to get a little choppy. Middled around a little bit going into the late morning, early afternoon. We wrote it off for a little bit at first. Then, of course, as everything else is slowing down universally, you start kind of going back through your watch lists. You start looking back through. And if this isn't breaking lower and it's starting to kind of make a higher low and it's trying to move back up, it provides that what if, right? Provides that what if this could break out here. And Rich was calling this out going into 2 o'clock, 2:30 here now. So yeah, AISP, I'm going to obviously put this on our watch list to begin. It's not so obvious of a trade, though. I mean, where can we find any long-term resistance? I'm not seeing too much data to work off of, at least dating back to prior to October, November this past year. Bottomed out, I guess at like 750 on this candle, then moved back up, and then it pulled back. You can't hold your breath waiting for 750-ish right now, especially when it still hasn't totally cleared $5. $5 is a round number, half a decade level, psychological level. So with saying that, I'm just going to put this on our list to begin. Hopefully this continues over time. We got about an hour and a half until the close, so it wouldn't shock me if this pulls back, if this chops around here again, then maybe breaks out higher later on. Watch your eyes for the iceberg orders that may pop up here. So, in the event where I go from top to bottom here coming up, and just start building up our watch list, and this starts popping again, don't be surprised as well. Just watch the order book. So, kind of just watch what happens momentarily. I think that we'll see more of a pullback. That's my guess, but that could always be subject to change here. All right, so AISP, obviously on our list to begin. Is this Dave and Buster's? Dave here, or is that Play? Yeah, no, Dave Inc. Yeah, not Dave and Buster's, Dave here. But had a little pop this morning. Looks like more of a rounded top right now. And then we'll keep kind of just fishing through right now because I'll tell you, this morning was a little less active, a little less, steady rather, compared to what we had back on Monday at the end of last week, even. Markets are peeling back a little bit right now altogether. So might find some good short opportunities to work with. BYSI, the order book is just too bad there, too thin. No need for that. Ocean. All right, so to go over this stock, at least pretty briefly, I see a lot of lines in my chart, of course, but this one also, much like the AISP, ended up making a pretty good push after the open. Little slingshot there, dropped down towards 420-ish, then broke out above resistance, namely off of 5. You had a good chart level from yesterday at 475, so kind of the combination of those two, the blue and the purple here, created support. But again, much kind of like the AISP. It was a little sluggish at first, took a while to get this run really cooking. So you can't hold your breath just guaranteeing it, but with higher lows, it pushed up above 650 as resistance. Then from there, we were calling out some pretty good historical resistance right around 790, right around 780-ish, 790, and it topped off practically on the nose. Pretty much these peaks that we had back from last year. Resistance held again there, dropped right back down. So Ocean, I think that we're done with this trade for now. Also, this stock has been on such a tear the last not just today, but the last like week straight, pretty much. So for as much as it's moved up across the last week, eventually you're going to see weakness, consolidation, and I think that's kind of where we're at right now. All right, so see if there's anything else looking good on this gainer side here. I saw real. We traded the stock back a day ago, I believe, on Monday and Friday also. But this ended up making a pretty good move once again today at the open. Pushed to break a new high, heading just into the early afternoon. Held off resistance practically at $4, like 397, $4, pretty much as resistance there. You know what? I like this. I'll kind of put this just on our list for now at the AISP. AISP, you got real. New York Community Bank I saw lingering around here somewhere. I saw NYCB just somewhere right here. Let me just take a look at that pretty quickly, just the stock. This is too flat now. Way too flat now. Too slow. It's not really worth our time here. Yeah, I'll pass on that. You know what? With the markets dropping off, we are going to find some good shorts to work with here. Watch this will start popping up. Talking a little smack about this stock. Watch, it's going to pop right in my face. Oh my God, watch. Here we go. He was just doing nothing for a little bit, just inched up in my face like, what, 2, 3 cents right there? Hey, better in front of me compared to rather than just as soon as we turn away from it. So if you're trying to prove yourself right now to me, NYCB, it's good timing. Trying to break above a little volume here from level 3 from the histogram here on the right side. That actually I like. All right. All right. I was calling you a slow poke just before. I know I see that you took offense to that. All right. So what else we got here, though? Anything else looking good? I mean, probably maybe faster than this. With the markets dropping off, I was going to get to UVXY, inverse ETF, like VIX ETF rather. It pushed up nicely just before, but even this, like a little sluggish now. We've seen this trade a lot faster, a lot better. No great desire for that right now, even. Triple D, pass on that right there. 2. And I think that's just about it from the gainer side, folks. Target TGT, for as expensive as it is, you better be seeing it break new highs. So it's not really doing that right now. All right, let's hop over to the losers list. As expected, not as much from the gainer side. Markets breaking lower right now or pulling back lower, and might find some good shorts to work with. So GitLab, a little thin on the book. I don't mind the price as much, just trade smaller size, but it's just more the book. I'm not really too interested in that. SEMR, not trending down. Pass on that one there too. SoFi, this was trending down earlier. It's a little slow for our liking, at least. It's actually hard to borrow from you on TradeStation, but you could still buy puts on it. You could try and see if you can get the shares to short it yourself. But you know what? I'm going to add this to our main list. Just looks good for right now on the way down. Not down enough to look for like a real dead cat bounce. So I would just say try and follow it downward first. And then if it really is struggling, if it's really failing to break lower, maybe by like 3:45 in the afternoon, try and catch that. But I think that this is a good one to work with going down first. That's pretty much it. I mean, number 50 is down 10+%. So I will need some help just looking at Benzinga Pro here pretty quickly, seeing if there's any stocks looking good from there. Or otherwise, folks, for Kathleen, John, Chris, Michael, Leda, any of our students right now, just let me know if anything is looking good here heading into the close. Show Benzinga Pro pretty quickly here. My screen locking up here actually on my other monitor, but AISP, we got that already. NYCB, it's trying to prove itself to us right now. Actually, wait a second. That just pop up to like 324. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that. All right, we'll take it. A much better pop from where we left off from it. So definitely proving itself to us right now. Good timing here for NYCB. Michael, DraftKings near the low of the day. I see his chat right there. You know what? Looks good. Yeah, I mean, it's right there for the taking as far as a short. And again, if it fails to break lower going into like 315, 330 time, I like DraftKings as far as the company as like a potential swing going back up. But follow the direction first. Big support likely off of 42. Down more than 5% at the lows. Good call. ARDX going anywhere? Asks Leda. Well, looks like somewhere. Obviously, looking like somewhere there. You know what's interesting about this trade though? You wouldn't have found it on the gainer side. I was like wondering, like, what? How did I miss this? It's only up 1%. This had to have been down a lot from yesterday, or at least enough. And you know what? At least with this right now, later, let me just double check news. Benzinga Pro one more time. See if there's any headline for ARDX. I'm all over the map right now. Geez, let's just do that. I don't have any like real headline out on this trade right now. Benzinga Pro's loading up slow for me here. All right, I'll tell you what. I appreciate just how sharp of a move this is making, though. So for now, I'll keep it on, or for now, I'll add it to our list. If it ends up dumping right back down from this point, we'll just kind of pass it to the side. But it looks good. Volatile, little push up right now. All right. I think that's just about it, folks. That's all I see here just across the board inside our trading room and just on social media right now. I'll tell you what, we got a decent list to work with here. A couple of shorts, a few stocks going against the grain, making their own moves going up right now, like ARDX, NYCB, etc. But again, hey, I know that Fausto will be in class coming up. He's actually there right now, prepping up himself for class, the Phase 3 stock course, live trading, the advanced trading class that is with Fausto. And for anyone on social media, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter, X, YouTube, etc., just a couple options. Make sure to follow, subscribe right to our social feeds, that being at CyberTradingU on the lower left. But if you've been listening to us, following us for this much already, and are interested in taking the next step, becoming a student eventually, just scan that QR code on the top left. You got to learn before you could earn. So just join us for a week-long trial inside our trading room. We look forward to seeing you there. I'll be on the mic. I'll be on the mic myself, at least coming up at 3 p.m. Make sure that I'm refilled up on water. Good to go there. But at least otherwise, for Michael, John, Kathleen, Leda, all of us just in chat right now, I'll be talking to you folks coming up in just a bit. Talk to you all soon.